Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this week's product webinar. My name is Janessa. I'm the demand management for our marketplace team. And like always, when I'm on the line, I am here to talk about marketplace. Very exciting today. We are here to talk to you about a new product that was just released into the marketplace. As a quick reminder, if you are looking to grow new revenue, if you're looking to take some new products to market, the marketplace is the place for you. It offers best-in-class digital products and services for you to sell to local businesses. We've done all the work. Every product that we do bring in here is curated, as well as we're bringing in the best solutions, and we've negotiated the best prices and rates for you. Marketplace provides your clients with valuable marketing and advertising tools while you grow your revenue. If you're unfamiliar where this is, it's right in Partner Center under the Marketplace tab. If you're unsure about what Partner Center is, or this looks super unfamiliar to you, definitely reach out to your Partner Success Manager or your business development rep, and they'll tell you how to get there. And with Marketplace, every product is a new stream. So our goal, which is your goal, is to really be bringing in more revenue. We don't succeed unless you succeed. So we just want to make sure that we're providing you with everything possible so that you can become the leading expert in your market. And today we're here to talk about Website Builder, which does have 4 different offerings. If you do have questions throughout the presentation, please type them into the question box, and we're going to get to them at the end of the webinar. And if you're wondering about why I keep saying we, it's because I have Joe, the Director of Customer Success of Webs Planet, on the line with me. Thank you so much for joining me, Joe.
Hi, Janessa. Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Joe, do you want to tell us a little bit about Webs Planet, who is the provider of Website Builder?
Sure, absolutely. Webs Planet's a global website builder. We've been in business for about 12 years now. We are rapidly approaching our 1 millionth live website amongst all of our customers and partners. And we're about, I think, 5 different continents right now. So we're worldwide. We generally work, with larger companies, which is great, like Time Warner Cable or Comcast, Yellow Pages, names I'm sure that many of you are familiar with.
Yep.
And, that's pretty much it.
That's perfect. And some of those names might even be the people you're coming up against in the market. So great to see that, you can offer something just like they're currently offering. So, just jumping right into it, what exactly is Website Builder? It's an easy to use website creation platform with drag and drop functions and a variety of responsive templates. So for you, for our partners, how does this work exactly? Well, like I said before, we do have the 4 different offerings. The first one is the entry-level basic package, where you can host and build a drag and drop 5-page website for $7.99 a month. The next level up is enhanced, which is a site that's hosted. It has unlimited pages and a catalog of 100 products and services, all for $14.99. We then get into the next one up, which is the premium offering, which increases the catalog to 500 products and services and has an integrated blog with up to 100 posts for $16.99 a month. And before I jump on to that last one, that ultimate, I just want to show you. So for that quick difference between enhanced and premium, a lot more functionality and only an additional $2. So a really great value for you to offer to your clients, as well as to take to market to get additional clients. And finally, the ultimate package has unlimited pages, hosting, a 500 item catalog, a blog with up to 100 posts, e-commerce capabilities, and the ability to build and edit a Facebook page with the same dashboard. And all of that is included for only $27.99 per month. So it's a lot of great stuff that you can put in there and use to build a website for only $27 a month. So now I'm actually just going to hand it off for Joe. We've seen the different packages. We'll get into a little bit more again of our sales speech and how you can take this to market after. But first, I'm going to hand it over to Joe, and he's going to take us through a live demo of Website Builder. So Joe, I should be handing it off to you right now.
You are. Let me just be sure I'm on the right screen here.
Perfect.
Okay. Can you see my screen where it says, "What will your website be about"?
Yeah, absolutely, I can.
Okay, awesome. So for the partners that are on the call, once you activate a package or an app in your marketplace, when the end user now clicks on that application, the first thing that they're going to be brought to is this template screen. So you get to do template selection. This is the very first part of being able to build your website. So you can select from predetermined categories that are here. I like food, so I'm going to do that. And if you noticed in the background, the templates are categorized by the categories that are shown here and the subcategories that are shown here. So as I change these around, you'll see the templates in the background organizing from most relevant to least relevant. So I'm just going to choose a bakery. I'm going to select the name, my new bakery. Check the terms and conditions and continue. So now you're able to preview all of the templates that we have. All of our templates are 100% responsive out of the box, so they show great on all devices. And so you can come through here and you can either preview. This will preview what it'll show you or what the site will look like on all different types of devices. And you can go through page by page, select new ones. So the newest ones will show first, by popularity, the ones that get selected by most, and then by relevancy again, which is by the category. You can go back and change the category if you want to, but we're just going to select this bakery template. Now what it's doing is it's going back and it's creating a 3-page website right out of the box for the end user, for your client. Gives you this little, this is where your widgets are, this is where you can edit your content area, and this is how you publish your site. You can also take a quick tour if you wanted to, just to show you the main parts of the inside of the editor, just to let you know where it goes, where things go, different layouts, different menus for changing designs and things. The widget design box, which is a very, we'll get into that in a minute, but it enables you to control the look and feel of each individual widget on your website. And then we have an integrated mobile for the higher packages. We have this advanced mobile functionality where galleries and maps and contact forms, would reduce down to buttons to save space and real estate on a mobile device. And then touch, swipe, galleries, things like that. And then, different, again, how you can promote your site. So we have integrated SEO, out of the box. All the page names that get created or the page titles and those types of things, they're all filled in for you. So it has basic SEO, best practices right in there. But then again, you can customize that as you see fit, with indexing, no indexing, different types of hierarchies and menus, things like that. So that's a quick little 6-page tour. And now it brings you into the site editor. So now you can see the site was built with predetermined content. So, generally for a business or a client that's coming in, they're not website designers or anything like that. So coming into a blank canvas is often very overwhelming to them. So we put this default content in here to give you a basic structure, give them basic structure, little tips on what you can put and how you should write things. And as I said, it's already built with a 3-page. So, you know, it has a home page, a portfolio page, which is a gallery of images, again, laid out, and a contact us page with some information on it, you know, business name, contact form, those types of things. As you add pages, there are also predetermined layouts that are in there as well. But I'm just going to take you through the main part of the editor, right? So this is your publish button. We have a fully integrated help section here. So when it loads, so this takes you through every aspect of the inside of the editor. If there are any questions that the user has, or even if they contact you for whatever reason, both of you, all of you have access to this help, support, and frequently asked questions built right into the editor. The idea of the editor is you don't ever have to leave here to build your website. You don't have to go out to YouTube and copy a URL and bring it back in and paste it in. You can actually search YouTube right from within the editor as well, and we'll get to that. So you can always take that tour if you wanted to initially, but you can also have all these instructions on where to go to and what each individual thing, widget, e-commerce, catalog, blog, how each one of them work, how to build it if you have any questions. But they're very easy to use, so I don't think that many people would be using that. There's also an inbuilt preview feature as well. So when you preview your site, you can look at it on many different devices, you know, and what it's going to look like on those devices just from within here. And if you guys had a mobile phone, I mean, everybody has a mobile phone, but if you wanted to, you can scan this QR code and it'll actually open up this site on a mobile device, on your mobile device, to let you see exactly how it would look. So we're going to go back to the editor. There's also a notification section in here. So just letting you know that your site's not published. In order for the world to see your site, you need to publish it. Each page has a different layout options. By default, it's a single column website or layout where we use these column widgets to make as many columns, up to 5, that are also drag and drop. So, you know, as you're moving and manipulating things, you can see everything's adjusting automatically, and it adjusts that way all the way down to mobile as well. So you can make it really easy. Dragging widgets on. I mean, basic widgets, you have a lot of different functionality. We have about 38 widgets at this point, and we're adding new functionality as we go. So we're constantly staying up with best practices and new things that come out. So text widget, picture widget, text and picture widget, columns widget, which is, you know, how you can move things around just by dragging and dropping. You know, we only want this to be a 3-column widget, but I'll put the other 2 in here, drag them around. You can see everything adjusts accordingly. I could just delete this one to get it out of the way, and now you have a different look and feel just in a couple of clicks of the button. Each individual widget, when we were talking about, has a design compatibility or designability. So now you can manage the paddings and margin, the background. You can upload image backgrounds to each individual widget. So if I wanted to apply, say, a background color of red to this, it's just as easy as doing this. You can make this one blue and this one, well, behind the video, there wouldn't be anything because you wouldn't be able to see it. You know, but you can add additional indents and padding very quickly. My fingers would work with the background color. So you have a lot of different options there. Borders, border radius, if you wanted to put different borders, the radiuses, box shadows. You can add text shadows, transformations. So everything is built with CSS3 and HTML5, which is the current standards, the most current standards. So, you can scale these things up and down using CSS or just by clicking a button or moving it around. So you can make a really individualized website very, very easily. So we're just going to leave that like that for now. So the columns widget, contact forms, we have a couple of different contact forms. So you have a predetermined contact forms. I'm just going to put another columns widget in here and drag a contact form. Right, so we have 7 predefined contact forms, quick additions to the site, but we also have a forms manager, which is where you're able to create a custom form by drag and drop as well. So I'm just going to use this as an example. You can go to the settings. These are the addresses that you would like to receive those emails, any message that you want to put in there. For those partners or clients that have a little bit more advanced knowledge, if they wanted to use their own HTML thank you message or tracking pixel or any type of JavaScript or HTML, they can do that by themselves right with this box here. If you want a CAPTCHA code, you can do that. We automatically, all of our forms have this hidden box in all the forms, whether you use CAPTCHA or not, so it reduces the spam that comes through to websites generally from bots. They'll fill the hidden div in or hidden field in, and the form won't get submitted automatically. And then you can download all of your submissions right from this link here. Okay, so I'm just going to click submit. It's going to automatically do the pre-built form. It already has the layout. It has the also the CAPTCHA code. So the forms manager, again, is a forms manager. So do you want I want a name, a text box, email, and website fields. So now you can drag these things around. You can make it into 2 columns if you wanted to, and drag more over to the second column. So for those of you who want to build, or those customers that want to build their own custom forms, they can build it as big as they need it to be with as much information as they need it to be as well. Social widgets. So we have a Facebook feed. If you wanted to add a live feed to your website, you can do that. Just connect, plug it in here, put your Facebook URL in here, the page address, and click submit. So if we wanted to do face.com Webs Planet, click submit. It brings in the all the information that you need from your Facebook page, and it'll show it to you. So Facebook like button, an embed widget, which is for the social networks that we don't have custom integration with. You can just drag this on. It'll give you links to, I want to use Pinterest. So this will bring you out to Pinterest to the right page. If you don't have an account, you can sign up for it. It'll spit out a JavaScript code or an embed code, and you come back, you paste it here, and then that widget shows up on the site. So we make it, again, this is one of the times that you would need to leave the editor, but we're adding different integrations as we go. Follow us, and then any page you can add Facebook comments to as well. So for media, we have a gallery widget, which is a pop-up light box. There's a couple of different settings that you can do for that. Slider widget, so you can do an image slideshow with, again, multiple different settings, as well as adding video if you wanted to add a video into your slider. YouTube, so the YouTube widget is what's in use here. So I'm just going to click on this particular YouTube widget and search for bakery to see what type of information comes up. So these are cakes. You can preview the videos without having to leave to get to YouTube. You can have all these other different types of settings right from within here. You can submit it. and then the video is changed. And this is a description that gets added underneath. So you can either replace that with something, excuse me, or delete it. We also have a file manager. So the file widget comes from the files manager here. So any images that are in use on your site currently, or any files, PDF files, Excel files, Word files, those types of things, you can upload to your file manager here and then offer via a file widget here. Our advanced widgets. So as the packages increase, some more widgets will show up depending on what package you have. So if you went to this, we're previewing the premium package right now, but if you went up to the ultimate, say, there would be an e-commerce widget here that you'd be able to just drag onto the canvas and set up your e-commerce store and have a full functional e-commerce store right from there. So some of the advanced are, again, more for local businesses. So opening hours widgets, payments, what types of payments do you want? We accept Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover. Submit, and those show up just like that. Then there's also an HTML widget, right? So the HTML widget is, you can put any custom code that you want in here, HTML or JavaScript. So sometimes people want to embed their own HTML5 video. They can do that here. Sometimes if they want to add a tracking pixel to the site, they can do that via the HTML widget. Sometimes they have a newsletter. Say they use MailChimp for a newsletter. They can take the embed form from MailChimp, come in here, paste it right in here, and now anytime a user signs up to their newsletter, it automatically goes to MailChimp. And then we have a variety of controllers as well. So these controllers are, the columns widget, which you saw in the basic, tabs. If you wanted to, I'm just going to delete this Facebook widget right now. I'll put the tabs widget in here. Now you have as many tabs as you want. You can add your own tabs or add additional tabs, delete them. But this is, again, I want to make tabs. So just drag them into the tab. Tab 1, tab 2, tab 3. So now I have tabs automatically. And I'll drag this one underneath here. I'll delete the columns widget. And I'll make the form a little bit smaller. And the tabs a little bit bigger. And you know what? I want the contact form on the right and the tabs widget on the left. Okay, so now you have tabs. The same thing for accordion. I'm assuming that this is the same as a tabs widget, except it's vertical as opposed to horizontal. Spot widget is just, predefined, has a predefined color design to it. But again, you can wrap this widget inside of this widget, and then it would look a little bit different. So say I wanted to put the contact form inside of the spot widget here. Now you can see it already has a background and a rounded border automatically. The grid widget is a little bit kind of similar to the columns widget, but this is say more for, this one goes up to 12, by the way, as opposed to the columns widget. The only difference is this one isn't individually draggable. So as you can adjust the columns in this widget, this is more for book titles or record titles or, just some sort of predefined equal size or sizes. And then you have a button widget, which again, now you can make CSS3 and HTML5 buttons that click and drop as well. Gradients, predefined ones here. You can change them as you see fit. I want to change the radius. I want to add a border. I want to increase the size of it to make it a little bit more clickable. You can link it to any external or internal page. The different colors, you can make gradient buttons if you wanted to, transparent ghost buttons if you wanted to. If I wanted to change this color, I can change it to, that type of a gradient. And then, submit it, save your changes, and that button's done. Completely customizable. And then a horizontal line. So the last part of it, the site editor, is the organization, right? So we have 3 pages on our website. We have a homepage, portfolio page, and contact us page. Dragging and dropping will make multi-level menus, sub-menus completely of the homepage right there, or just going back to where you need it to be, where you wanted it to. If you wanted to add a page, you can just add a page from here. You have these events and frequently asked questions and jobs. These are different modules that are predefined, so it makes it really easier for you to make an event page on your site. Fill in the date, fill in the event, add an image, and you're good to go. And it automatically puts it in chronological order. So adding a new page is as easy as doing that. Selecting maybe a right sidebar layout for this, clicking submit. You have your new page here. You have settings here where you can actually add the different information that you want. Page templates or the title, meta description. You can change the friendly URL for the page. If you wanted to track this page individually, you can add a header or footer code at the page level here, where when we get to the settings, there's actually a global place where people could add a tracking code to every page of their website. So we're just going to go through now and edit this new page. You can see it adds a new page here, and then it has the right sidebar layout, which is what we chose when we created the page. If we wanted to make this a regular layout, just click here. You can see that layout's gone, and now we can use the columns widget to adjust things as we see fit. The settings menu here is for the name of your site. If you have different taglines, templates that show those taglines, you can put those in there. This is that global and header and footer code that will show up on every page built on the site. Do you want to show a site map? Do you want to show breadcrumbs on different pages? Do you want to show the site search? Do you want to make the hierarchical URL structure so those clients who are a little bit more familiar with SEO, maybe they have some experience in that, and they want to, instead of doing domain/web page or child page, it'll be domain/parent/child page. So depending on the site or the preferences of the end user, the site builder, they have that choice. Multilingual, they can also, if they're more familiar with Spanish, they can change the site editor to Spanish if they wanted to. So they can work in the language that they're most comfortable in. So you can see everything here changed to Spanish. The only thing that didn't change was the content. So any content that we added to the site is already, it's in English. So they would have to come in and change any content that's done. But they can, hypothetically speaking, if they have a fulfillment team or something that they wanted to pay somebody, hopefully they'd be paying you to do this. But if they had an offshore team, say somebody in the South America, they could do that. So I'm just going to change that back to English because my Spanish is not so good. So that was the settings. And then design. So at any point in time, you can come change the design of your site. So if I were looking for, obviously I'm in the bakery category, so again, it's automatically changing and organizing it the way that I want it to. But without having to worry about any of the work that you put into your site, you can change the look and feel of your site in a heartbeat just by coming through here, selecting which one you want, clicking submit, and it'll go and it'll change the whole entire look and feel of the site while leaving all of your content completely intact. Some other design options. If you wanted to enter global texts or font sizes for different things or colors, you can do that. If you wanted to add an image background to the web page, the entire web page, or just the content part of the website, you can do that as well. So we'll cancel out of that. The Files Manager we already talked about, but I also want to talk about. I'm just going to part of the File Manager. I'm going to add an image. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to change the image. Now, included with the website builder is we have about 500 high-resolution categorized images, right? So if I wanted to look for, again, bakery, because this is a bakery site, I can do that. And it brings up all of the items categorized as bakery. So if I wanted to add this to the site, I can do that. I can change the different type of hover effects in there too, right? So if I wanted to add a title and the description to it, right, that would be here. So when I hover over the image, you can see the title and the description text come. And there's many different effects that happen. So I'm going to just submit that here. And for purposes, I'm going to go back to my Files Manager. So now you see this image is now in use on the site. But I can click on this image, and when I hover over this image, we have a fully integrated image editor within the website too. So again, you don't have to go out to Photoshop or GIMP or one of those other image altering software to make your picture change, right? So we can crop this image right from here, save it, and now it'll change that image. So again, it makes it very convenient to stay in here. Really quickly, the SEO part. Again, this is, you can manage all of the SEO for your site, your entire site, right from within here. One interface. So you make changes, add your title, add your description, change your title, description, maybe change the friendly URL, and then submit your changes. So you can do that all from one individual pane at the end or at the beginning or any time during the middle. So we'll just submit that. And then we had, again, with the higher packages, we have an integrated blog and catalog, right? And as well as e-commerce in the next package up. So if you wanted to make a blog, you just click on this, continue to your blog manager. And now you can set up, pretty much control every aspect of your blog. So these are predetermined layouts for the posts, for the blog itself, how many posts per page. As you scroll down the page, if you want it to continuously load, you can do that. Post Manager, these are the 3 default posts. Again, the default content that comes in is better than coming into a blank, empty screen. And then you can manage your categories. So if we were to close this now, the builder is automatically going to go ahead and create the page and set up the. It's going to set up the 3 predetermined blog pages. If you want to edit those pages, you just click on the little pencil, and now you can add any widgets that you want to this particular blog post and manage it. Catalog works the same way. I know we're running a little short on time here, so I'm going to wrap it up pretty quick, but you can create it with or without content. The only difference between the catalog and the e-commerce is obviously there's no buy now button for that. And then the last part of it is mobile. So you see there's a web and mobile. Web is desktop, mobile is for the mobile. By default, you can see everything changed automatically, which is this is quick mode, which is responsive. But if if you have a package that has advanced mobile, you can switch to creative, and now you can manage your mobile content completely separately from your desktop content. Very convenient for people that want to do that. So this is actually a mobile builder and a desktop builder both in one, as long as you have that option. So right now you see I can't move any of the widgets around or delete any of the widgets. If I go ahead and I edit with the current content, so what it's doing is it's detaching that content from the desktop site, and now I can completely manipulate all of these things, and it wouldn't affect anything on the desktop site. And that is pretty much it.
Perfect. That was really, really good, Joe. I'm going to just quickly run back and go through a little bit more of the sales pitch, and then we will open it up for any questions. So if you do have any questions still in your mind, just type them into the box and we will get to them shortly. So again, thank you, Joe, for walking us through that. Joe's going to stay on the line and help us out with some of those questions if you have them. But first, we're going to get into the really fun thing, or for me, the fun stuff, and that's how we can sell it. So I think the first thing to remember with any kind of websites, whether you're offering them, whether you're just offering them as, large picture items, websites are an $80 billion industry every year. So we really want you to be competitive as well as a leader in your local market in both website and hosting. That's the reason we're going to be bringing in, like Website Builder, a variety of different options for you to then offer out to your market. So, maybe you're not offering website. This is a great way that you could start offering website either, as a do it with me where you can build it but give your client some capabilities, or as a do it yourself. As well as, it also opens the door. Maybe you are offering websites, but you do them at such a larger scale. Maybe this opens the door where you can do some of those smaller websites a lot quicker. So we really just want to give you all those tools to get a large piece of that $80 billion industry. And a great way to think about all of this is how many know what I'm showing on the screen? I hope most of you do. You should recognize Lego. If you don't recognize Lego, I would recommend going out and getting some, because even as not having a child or not being a child anymore, they're still a great toy. But the reason I wanted to show the Lego is we really like to use the analogy of the Lego kits or the Lego set for Website Builder. It's a great way you can get started. You can use the instructions, whereas, otherwise you're presented with a whole bucket of Legos and what exactly are you doing with them? How do I get that pretty house built? Whereas the Website Builder is going to help you step by step to build that creation. And then Website Builder with its different offerings, it's just like the Lego kits that have more pieces, are more fun to play with. You start down at the scooter, build it up to the boat, get all the way to I believe it's a Millennium Falcon, but don't hold me to that. But really just showing you how you can build up and how you can offer more and more to your clients. So really kind of the important things that we hope you take away from this entire webinar is, number one, Website Builder is easy for anyone to use. And two, that it can be used by both you, the partners, as well as by your clients. So whether you want to offer this as a do-it-yourself service and just get people, in the door, get them building websites that you can start marketing them for other digital services, or maybe you want to offer it as I'm going to get this set up for you. I'll just help you get a website, and then again, start marketing them for other digital services. Websites are a really sticky service, so it is definitely something we would want all of our partners to be offering. Some suggested retail pricing. We just threw these in here. Really what you're going to want to go for is a 50% markup plus a setup fee. Setup fee, again, it's going to depend on what you're offering or what you're doing. If you're going to be doing it completely, do it with me or do it for me and setting up the whole site for your clients, you're probably going to want to up that setup fee. If you're writing the content for them, if you're, going out and taking photos for them, you can definitely up that higher and higher. But talk to your partner success managers. They've dealt with a lot of different partners, as well as, have that industry knowledge that if you do have specific questions about what should I charge for this, they can help you out with that. And just a couple of those quick, really big reminders that we wanted you to know about, that or ways that you can take it out, and it is an easier talk. The mobile first strategy. So sell your clients on the importance of a mobile presence. Yes, this is giving you a great website, but it's also getting you on mobile. Let's make sure you're getting found where all the eyes are. You can easily import existing content, so you can copy and paste images, upload HTML content, as well as domains. You can use the one provided, and once you're ready to publish, or you can enter the domain that you would like to use that you already own. So you can set up on the default domains, or they can have one that they've purchased. With anything, we do recommend that you go in and create a package in the store with a website offering. Some of those other services that it goes really good with, reputation management, SEO is a really great one. Those two fit really well together, as if we're building the website and we're getting it put on for them, but are people finding it? And that's where SEO and listings fit really great into a website offering. As well as, for your current offerings. I know I talked about this a little bit, but you can build all of your sites with Website Builder, or keep the complex website jobs for yourself and use Website Builder for the smaller, less lucrative options. So again, helping you bring in additional revenue streams to your business. And like anything, the way businesses used to find customers is very different how it works now. We can go back to the Yellow Pages and the TV and how it used to be, radio. But local businesses need a new marketing stack, and website is one of those really important pieces to that. So getting in on something website where it's really sticky, you can then start offering and filling out that rest of the marketing stack to your current clients. Because it really does get into, do they know about you? Can they find you? Do they trust you? Do they like you? And then that really big one, can they convert? So I'm now going to open it up to any questions, and we'll start going through them now. So we've got a good one here, Joe. Someone's asking, what happens if you go past the 500 blog posts that we talked about? Or if they want, is it only like a limit so that you can only have 500 at a time? Or how does that exactly work?
That's a great question. So yes, there is a limit, on the blog posts or on the catalog, based on the offerings that we have. There are different configurations that we could do. So if that does become an issue or a topic of many people looking to get more, I'm sure that we'd be able to add or open up or add a different, more expensive package.
Yeah, and
offering.
I guess talking about it at a local business level, do you see a lot of businesses that would have or more than 500 blog posts?
As local businesses, no. But that does, it all depends. If we're looking at, say, YP, which that's what they do. They do many different local businesses. That's what their niche is. You know, they have maybe 3 to 5 blog posts on their site.
Yeah.
So it's not very often at all that we see anybody reach that limit.
Perfect. Perfect. So another question here is, can we directly edit the code and CSS?
In the current packages, no. But we are, I mean, it is possible to do, but to give the end user access to the CSS and HTML, it's always been a very detrimental thing because they really don't know what they're doing. Because since this is a do-it-yourself product, we don't offer the access to that, but we do have a do-it-for-me, which is the same product. It just has different levels of permission. So that's something that we're in talks with the marketplace about, to be able to offer both do-it-yourself as well as do-it-for-me packages for those partners who would like to offer do-it-for-me services. So yes, absolutely, we can offer that. Currently, we don't, and it's in the works.
Perfect. Thanks, Joe. One here that I think I'll be able to answer is: Are we provided a unique link to put on our sites to allow someone to sign up for this, or is it done through the partner page only? And to that, I would say Website Builder is available in Partner Center in the marketplace. If you create your public store or create your packages, you can have it showing there. But to actually activate it, as in with any other products in the Vendasta platform, you would need to activate it in Partner Center. Another one is there any limits on the fields in the forms? So I think this is going back to the contact forms. And as well, can you create rules on the forms?
I can say that there's no limits to the amounts of fields that you can create. I've seen them with as many as probably 100 plus different fields in one individual form. As well as rules, I'm not sure I really understand the question. I'm thinking if this checkbox is checked, then display this field. That's the only type of rule, I guess, that I would be able to think about. So if that's the case, no, there's not, you can't have that type of if-then functionality in the form, but you can add as many fields as you want and make it as extensive as you need to.
Perfect. And we do have someone asking, can you export the site later and or is it able to import an existing site? So I believe these are all hosted with you guys, right? So you wouldn't be able to export or import sites built on a different builder, correct?
Correct. So yes. So I was just trying to think about, I guess, the best way to explain that. But yes, in a nutshell, you wouldn't be able to import an existing, say, site built on another builder currently, as well as you wouldn't be able to export a current site on Website Builder into another platform.
Perfect. So it looks like we do have a few more questions left, but most of them are asking about examples of websites. So what we can do after is your partner success reps will have some example websites. So I will follow up with them and they can touch base with you and share some of those with you so you can see what the websites look like as well as test them out.
Great.
Perfect. And again, next steps, like always, go into Marketplace and enable Website Builder. Build out your packages, whether you're going to offer it as a standalone or bundle it in with some of those great services we talked about, like Listing Builder or SEO. And contact your Partner Success Manager if you have any questions. And if you're not sure who your Partner Success Manager is, just reach out to Partner Success at vendasta.com. Joe, thank you so much for being on the line with me and walking us through that demo. It was really great.
Sure, anytime. And if I could just interject something real quick, I was thinking about that CSS and HTML question that came up.
Yeah.
Although you're not given access to the actual CSS and HTML, you can always add HTML via the widget and edit any of the CSS via a style tag in the head code. So you're still able to manipulate the look and feel of the HTML and CSS that's existing. It's just not as, it's a little bit more of a workaround, that type of thing. But it's definitely possible.
Perfect. That sounds great. Thank you everyone for joining us today. And if you want to go back and watch any of this, we will have it up on our support site tomorrow. Have a great weekend, everyone, and thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Vanessa. Have a great weekend. Thanks, everyone.